California Senator Kamala Harris praises Oakland Mayor. Dan Bongino rocks her world. By Dan Lindsay, Politics US News from AdWorldNews.com. A former Secret Service agent just wrecked rookie California Senator Kamala Harris, and after she stupidly praised Oakland's rogue mayor for helping hundreds of dangerous criminals escape arrest. You don't want to miss this. Fox News contributor Dan Bongino, who formerly served as a Secret Service agent and NYPD officer, recently appeared on Fox and Friends to eviscerate Senator Kamala Harris and her Democrat colleagues over the real reason they are defending illegal immigrants and calling for the abolishment of immigration and customs enforcement. During his interview on Saturday, March 11, 2018, Bongino dispelled the liberal myth that immigration is about helping immigrants and instead exposed Democrats for trying to replace their disappearing voting base with a population of government-dependent illegal immigrants. To Democrats, immigration is not about immigrants, folks. I'm sorry, but if you think that you have been wildly misled, Bongino said. It's not about immigrants, it's about votes. Let's just take a listen. Right here. I love Dan Bongino.
Hot topic, we have Senator Kamala Harris, who's now come out and defended the mayor of Oakland, who alerted all the felons and criminals, illegal aliens about the ICE raids. What's going on here? Are the Democrats trying to make ICE are the bad guys? Is this like a campaign platform for them now?
Yeah, it is. I mean, listen, to Democrats, immigration is not about immigrants. Folks, I'm sorry, but if you think that, you have been wildly misled. It is not about immigrants. It is about votes. It has only been about votes. It's been about votes because they need to replace the working class voters they're losing by talking about tax cuts as crumbs with people coming into the country illegally that they can get to vote later on. This is a disgrace. This Oakland mayor, I don't get this at all. I mean, what are you going to say to a parent, God forbid, and I mean that. Later on, you have someone here illegally with criminal tendencies who runs your kid down on the road or assaults them or robs them or even worse. What do you say to that? If that person might have been deported despite the fact that the Oakland mayor gave them a warning beforehand. This is disgraceful. I mean, do we live in a constitutional republic anymore? Do laws even matter to Democrats?
Well, that's disgusting. That's a key question of how it will manifest, not just in 2018, but 2020, because some thought, hey, this Oakland mayor's got to be an outlier. But then you've got a senator like Kamala Harris doubling down and saying, I think Mayor Schaaf is doing exactly what she believes in the best interests of her community, and I support that 100%. You also have headlines like this from The Nation saying, it's time to abolish ICE. So will we get to a point where conservatives and Republicans say, hey, our laws need to matter and we support immigration policies, and the left says we shouldn't have ICE at all? Is that really where we're going?
Yes, I mean, they're entirely hypocrites on this, the Democrats. I mean, listen, Obamacare was a disaster for me, total disaster. But Democrats' position on that was, hey, man, it's the law. You got to follow it no matter how bad the stink level of Obamacare was. But then when it comes to immigration, well, that law, that doesn't really matter. Well, why? Because immigrant communities will largely vote just based on historical records for Democrats. Where they can give away,
really quick, they lost on that. Why would they double down on immigration when that's why they lost this election? The presidential.
Because, Rachel, they don't have anything else. What are they going to run on? We're going to hike your taxes, we're going to take your health care, and send your kids to a crap school? What's their campaign side for 2020 other than illegal immigrants, please vote for us? They don't. What's their backup plan? Yeah. They don't have a backup plan. They don't have a platform.
All right, you heard it there. Alpha male Dan Bongino. Appreciate it. Dan, thanks, brother.
Thanks, Dan. Always love having you.
Well, I could not agree more with Dan Bongino, who was also fired up over Senator Kamala Harris's recent claims that she supports Mayor Libby Schaaf's sabotaging of ICE raids. According to Breitbart, Harris made the controversial statement during a fundraiser for the YMCA's Y for Youth luncheon. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, Harris defended Schaaf's actions, saying, "I think Mayor Schaaf is doing exactly what she believes is in the best interest of her community, and I support that 100%. During her speech, Harris also accused the Trump administration of trying to roll back the clock. Part of it is that they are scared of the future. Harris said, "This administration is using our tax dollars to engage in a political game instead of what is in the best interest of Californians." Of course, Harris is only speaking for the population of liberal Californians who agree with her socialist ideology, and I disagree with that because there are many conservatives in California that do not agree with that ideology. And because of voter fraud and the illegals voting, that's why they still stayed in power in California. It's very clear that California's corrupt leadership doesn't concern itself with the opinions or desires of the conservative minority within the state. It's insane to watch liberals like Harris and Schaaf steer even further left in a desperate attempt to secure some kind of political footing. It's not going to happen. President Donald Trump has already offered Democrats their DACA dreams on a silver platter, and they refused it because they don't really care about immigration reform or former President Barack Obama's dreamers. Dan Bongino was right when he said that they only care about votes and replacing their vanishing American voting base. Remember this story when you see the campaign signs for Kamala Harris's 2020 and spread the word that she's a traitor to our country and our Constitution. And she's talking about spending here. What about the spending on Mueller's investigation? How about that for a bogus investigation that is continuing on with Mueller? I mean, she's talking about spending. I suggest she better go and do her homework. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.